We heard a little bit of it there from Gary Neville in our opener, calling Florian Wirtz a little boy yesterday. He said he's been chucked around the pitch. It's very reductive, too reductive to say he's either good or he's not. So why do you think we're not seeing the best of Florian Wirtz at the moment?
I just think it takes players time. And obviously, if he came to a Liverpool team that were in good form, it'd be easy to adjust. At the moment, he's coming to a Liverpool team that are not in good form. I know they're back of beating Real Madrid and Aston Villa. Everyone thought they'd turn the corner. In the first half yesterday, they didn't turn up. There was no intensity. And it was a big call. And I thought it was the right call to play Wirtz in a game like that against Man City, where there'll be space and he can get on the ball and make things happen. But me personally, I still think he will come good. I do think it, but it just depends how much time they are going to give him. They will have to give him time. They paid over 100 million for him. I still think he's an exciting player, but obviously Gary Neville thinks, and he did. He wasn't nowhere near it yesterday. So Gary Neville's 100% spot on. I'm not questioning what he said because he's 100% spot on what he says about Wirtz. But in the future, I do see him coming good. But at the moment, nowhere near it.
OK, so there are 3 points I want to get into: physicality, mentality and position. Which one do you want to do first?
Wow. Well, mentality is not the best in mind.
So
let's do that.
Mentality is, from what we hear, he's quite a shy, quiet lad, Florian Wirtz.
Yeah.
I wonder whether that combination of his personality, which is absolutely fine, but of the pressure of the price tag, those 2 things combined are making it difficult for him at the moment.
Yeah, maybe so. There's pressure on him because he paid a lot of money, but surely he's got that experience. He's a German international. This is going to happen. You're a big player. You've done ever so well in the Bundesliga. You get that big move to the Premier League, which is the best league. It's a different league than the Bundesliga. And mentality, you've got to think is, they've paid that much money. It's only a price tag. I know at the back of your mind you still think that, but you've got the ability to go in there and they've paid that much money. If it was me and someone paid that much money for me, my first belief would be, I'm going in there because full of confidence. The manager believes in me, my players will believe in me, and I'll show the fans I'm a very good player. At the moment, it's not working out for him, but that's because he's quiet. But it's adapting, coming to a new country. It does take time, and I say give him time, and he will produce, because you don't lose your talent. He's a talented individual, but the things people question him, Rob, is can he do it in the Premier League?
A part of that Premier League thing, and Pep Guardiola talked about it last season and when he was rebuilding his own team, that he thinks so much more of the game now is physicality.
Yeah.
Wirtz last season, these stats have come from a piece in the Telegraph today, won 35% of his duels this season, 11% of his aerial duels. Last season, that was 45 and 20% when he was playing in the Bundesliga. So is that increased physicality a problem for him?
Physicality, you've got to be physical. But, see, it's a difficult one because there's players that are not the biggest in the Premier League that can produce. But I always say that the physicality in the position that he plays in, if he's going to play in the 10, you've got to be able to shift that ball quickly, have 1 and 2 touches and create stuff. And it's the timing of your runs. When you're going to make a run, he's not going to be the quickest when he plays on the left to go past people. But what he's very good at is getting into little pockets. But it's just, I've seen him a few times where he's been on the ball and he doesn't see a midfielder coming at the back of him and nicking the ball. So that's just awareness and, as he's saying, getting up to speed of the Premier League. Physicality, I'm not saying he's going to be like someone like a Haaland who's a big centre-forward. If your physicality and you're saying it's a big centre-forward that's to play against big centre-halves and back to goal, that's not Wirtz's game. So I don't think he's going to struggle like that. But there is times where he can get pushed off the ball too easily. That's not his game. He's a slight frame who's going to create stuff. So, as I say, it's just going to take time. When Liverpool start playing well, I think you'll see Wirtz start playing well.
Just a final point then, before we head to Anfield, to speak about his position. Again, this piece about him today says, well, last season, the majority of touches, or more touches, were out on the left-hand side. Yep. So whereas Liverpool, the theory was that they've bought him to play as a 10.
Yep.
Now, A, what is his best position? And B, are you losing too much, particularly of Dominic Szoboszlai, by not playing him in that position? And you might make the argument he's been Liverpool's best player this season.
No, he has. And even when he's played at right-back, he's probably been their best player. So it's difficult. I think that midfield three has to stay how it is at the minute. McAllister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai.
The ones that won them the title.
Yeah, the one the title. I think until Wirtz gets up and running. And then might be a time where you can rotate and put Wirtz into that. I think his best position at the moment has to be on the left. But he's not going to be a winger. He's going to go past his fullback on the outside. That is where Liverpool are going to have a fullback like a Robertson or Kirkes, who struggled at the time, has to go around him. And if you go around him and you attract the fullback or the winger to go that side, that will enable Wirtz more time and space in them little pockets, the number 10 pockets where he can go and cause problem, but not playing as that number 10 in the 10 on the left-hand side, like how Arsenal do it ever so well sometimes when they have Eze, when he's not playing in the 10 row on that left where he wants to come into pockets, because he's not going to be a player that goes on the outside. So I just think it takes time. If he come into a team that was winning and flying, I think you'd see the best of him. But it's going to take time. It's going to take time for Isak as well. All these good players. How many players in the Liverpool team can hold up their hand now and say they're playing to their maximum? Not a lot of them. So, as I said, don't rule him off and don't write him off just as yet. But he has to do better for the money that they paid.